What's going on, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're on Summit Raceway by Eagle. This track come out a few days ago. As you guys are probably going to be seeing this, you guys will most likely be seeing this on Monday. Friday as I'm recording this, but yeah, you guys probably won't see this until the Monday. But yeah, this track, very fun. I rode it a little bit last night. It was like 2 in the morning, and I was like, you know what? Fancy just hopping on bikes and testing. So I literally just got on this, ran like 10 laps and just got off. But yeah, I don't know why, I just fancied hopping on playing the game for a little bit. So yeah, we're going to be just running some laps on this. Very, I'm going to say weird in a good way. Very different track. All the jumps are all different shapes and sizes, and you get massive step ups, massive step downs. Like, definitely a very, very big fantasy track. I think Summit Raceway is a real track. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, I think this is more, I could say more of like a fantasy-ish kind of version of it. But I'm not 100% sure. I could be completely wrong. It might not be a real track at all. But yeah. We're on the YC450 still. Still enjoying the YAMAHA 450. Kind of don't have a reason to change it just yet. The only things I don't really like about it is that it's not very good at the gate. Not very good like speed, straight line speed wise. But I feel like race pace, it's definitely one of the good ones as well, so that's good. I've ridden against some of the quick boys and I can kind of tell where the bike is a little bit, which is nice. It's not like really off the pace, and it's just a very smooth, consistent bike. I did ride the KTM, but I just found it very uncontrollable. It was very inconsistent with what it wanted to do. So yeah, I'm just trying to find some setups on the YAMAHA. Obviously, we didn't ride the YAMAHA last year, so I'm basically starting from scratch. I know those of you that rode KTM last year, or well, this year really, and then are still on the KTM, probably already have setups and everything dialed already. But obviously on the YAMAHA, don't have any setups dialed since 2023. So almost a year of no setups. Obviously bikes are different, so yeah, still just trying to find what I'm comfortable on. Main thing is Supercross suspension. I feel like on this outdoor suspension I've got on, it works kind of fine. I think it's my KTM one, or it's just a random one that I put on it. So I'm not actually sure whether it's one of Austin's ones, or it's just one that I've copied over from the KTM and that works fine on the YAMAHA. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I've been on the YAMAHA since day 2 of the release, or day 3 of the release, and still on it. Haven't got off of it. Still enjoying it. Still liking it. Do need to do like an off-season or a pre-season race at some point. Need to just kind of see where I am. I signed up for the ATR race, but I'm pretty sure it got cancelled. Not 100% sure, but I think it got cancelled. So I didn't end up doing that. But yeah, hopefully there's a Supercross series or a race at some point in the next few weeks, maybe. Or, well, yeah, next few week or 2 really, because I want to do it for SMX. I didn't realize how close SMX was. But yeah, still just practicing for SMX, still trying to get comfortable on these bikes. Obviously they're still different. The muscle memory's coming, it's coming back. Kind of getting the feel of it now. It doesn't feel as weird getting back on the bikes like it used to. Sort of get up in the morning and the bikes would feel really weird on your first lap or 2, and then it feels normal. But now it kind of feels normal almost straight away, which is nice. Good to know that I'm getting used to these bikes, been riding them enough. Got quite a lot of hours past few weeks. Not even just from like try-harding, just when new bikes come out, I always see it as seat time is the most important time. So I think just generally I've been playing a lot of mods tracks, just been doing a lot of pub lobbies. I always do that when new bikes come out. It's always better to learn the bikes in pub lobbies than just hot lapping for me. I'm not a hot lapper at all. I don't think hot lapping really gets you anywhere other than you do better in qualifying. But, you know, lap times don't get you championships, lap times don't really get you wins. So if you can be smooth, if you can be consistent, if you can control a pace and control the race, then that's when you get wins, that's when you get championships. So just trying to be smooth, trying to be consistent, not really worrying about lap times too much. I never really have, and probably never really will. Lap times does not appeal to me whatsoever. I know people, you know, want to try and beat other people's sector times and try and get other people's hot lap world records, and none of that really appeals to me. I'm never really that bothered about it. I think the only time I've ever gone for a world record is on that club track, and I made the mistake of making a video of it and telling people. Just kept it to myself and it would have been beaten, but as soon as that video come out, about 4 or 5 people all tried to beat it. So that's always a major W. But it's a world record on a stock track. There's always going to be people that think they can beat it, and there always will be people that will beat it. lap times, hot laps, world record. Never going to stay the same. Never going to, you know, stick to one. Unless it's obviously previous bikes. Unless I could do a world record on club now on these bikes. And then technically that's a new world record because it's better 19 world record. But I don't think I've got time for that. Because there's not really any, like, stand points. There's not really any points to aim for, if that makes sense. Because obviously everything's quicker. So if I'm like a second off, am I going really slow, or am I just slower on these bikes? I know some tracks you can go the same pace as previous bikes, which is fair enough. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll see with something. I do want to try and stream tonight, and I'm saying this hoping that I have streamed. So obviously you guys see this on the Monday. If nothing comes up, then I'm going to try and do a stream tonight. That's a plan. I've literally got an alarm on my phone to do a stream tonight. So if I don't do it, then I apologise. Something must have come up that I wanted to do more, I guess. But yeah, hopefully we can get a stream going tonight, Friday. So not as you guys have seen this on Monday, it should have already been and gone. But yeah, hopefully. And we got WSX as well this weekend. Obviously, this comes out Monday as well, so you guys probably know the results. But hopefully Kenny can win. Hopefully Kenny does well. I believe Tomac's racing it as well, and Webb. Is this around that they're all doing? I can't actually remember. I'm not actually sure how many people are doing it, because everyone's doing like some off-season races that I can't keep up with who's doing what. I believe the Lawrences are doing the Oz Supercross or something, and then Tomac and Webb I think are doing WSX. Kenny's doing WSX. It's hard to try and keep up with who's doing what and who's going to be at what races, but I think Kenny and Tomac are going to go head-to-head in WSX, so hopefully Kenny can come out on top. I'm a Kenny guy, love getting to see him at Nations. My favourite rider for years and years. He's been my favourite rider, so literally just to see him was, you know, pretty much made my weekend. And then I wanted to try and get a signature from him. I literally went over to his like stand about 4 times over the weekend. And yeah, he just unfortunately wasn't there. And then when I went there, he had a sign-in at like 6:30 PM. I got there at 6, try and get there half an hour early, and the queue went for ages. And yeah, never got a chance to actually get one. So a little bit annoying that I never actually got to get a signature from Kenny. But I got to watch him, got to see him in the flesh, in the person. So, you know, all I could have asked for was a signature. That was the only thing else I could have got. But it is what it is. Still got to see him in real life. That was kind of my goal, was to see Kenny before he retires. Because I know I'm not going to be going to an America race anytime soon, or in the next 4 or 5 years. So I don't see Kenny being here in another 5 years. So I knew I wasn't going to see him in an America race. I was hoping that I could have watched him in like a WSX or something, but yeah, like they do the UK WSXs or something like that. But yeah, he ended up doing obviously Nations, and that was in Matley. So I'm so happy and glad that I got to go to the Nation, got to see him, because that was pretty much my goal, was to just see him. That was like a lifelong dream, just to watch Kenny race in real life at some point, somewhere, wherever it was. And yeah, it got to be Nations, probably the biggest event of the year, I'd say. So yeah, happy that I got to see him race that. Glad to see that he obviously finished all the races. Would have been, you know, sad if he hurt himself or wasn't racing it. But yeah, just happy I got to see him, basically. But yeah, W6 this weekend. Hopefully Kenny can do well and yeah, bring another Dubsky home, defend that championship. But yeah, I think that will probably do it from me. If you guys do want to get this track, it is completely free on MXC Mods. And yeah, give the YAMAHA a go, boys, if you haven't given it a go. I know all of you default back to the KTM, which is understandable, seeing as the KTM was the meta bike. You can see why people want to go back to it. But give the YAMAHA a go. I'm enjoying it, I'm liking it. And yeah, just give it a go, see what you like. And yeah, that'll do it for me. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Yeah. Boing.